Here we have the new 2026 Chevrolet Trax. Now this one comes in the 1LT trim level in this beautiful marina blue metallic. And then we have jet black cloth interior. The powertrain consists of a 1.2 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine that's made into a 6-speed automatic transmission. We get standard front wheel drive here. As we come around to the front end, we do get our LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights. And the lights don't dance like that. That's just how my camera's picking them up. But this marina blue metallic on pretty much every Trax is just stunning. It really makes this car pop. It really makes it look fantastic. Now down here, these are gonna be 17-inch aluminum wheels. I like that design there. Passive keyless entry on the front doors. And then to the door panel here, power door lock controls, power mirror controls, rear window lock out there. We do get express down on all 4 doors. And then we have blind spot monitors in the side mirrors. Bottle holders, headlamp controls, hood release. And then we do get a manual tilt as well as telescoping steering wheel. But here's our 6-way manual driver's seat. Now I do want to give a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee for allowing me to review this Trax today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now I do have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone being 6'3" with longer legs. So I'm gonna see how I can sit behind myself in this back seat. So I mean, pretty good space here. Knees are just barely touching, and when I sit all the way back, it's just like the hairs on my kneecaps are touching. So pretty good space again. A USB-C, USB-A charge duo there, little storage compartment. And there's a look at the front from back here. And then lights. And there's like the middle seat. Grab handle, you can hang a shirt right there if you want to. Now you do get manual child locks on the doors, so you can lock, unlock there. And then your fuel fillers right here. This is flex fuel capable, so you can either use E85 or just traditional gasoline. There's a look at the back end. Exhaust, you can see underneath there. But cargo shades there, you can take that off if you want to. And then we do have pretty good storage behind the second row. Top tethers are integrated on the back of the seats themselves. Spare tire here. And then I love that we get a big side pocket here if you want something in the back, but you don't want it rolling all over the place. Now as we come around to this rear passenger side, you can pull this lever here, hold the seat down on either side, and pretty easy to pop it back into place. And then your lower anchors behind this flap here, you can kind of see that blue, and that's on either side. Now front passenger seat, 4-way manual. And then we do get a traditional glove compartment right here. Really love this trim though. I like that it matches. Now as we come back around to the front, just a quick look in the engine bay. There's that 1.2 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder. Before we hop in, I'm just gonna show off the blinkers. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat now. So I do love the leather wrap steering wheel here. Feels nice. There's the horn. Now over to the radio. We do get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth. You also get wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. Single zone automatic climate control, so we can adjust fan direction here, as well as the fan speed the temperature there, auto mode, AC, and then if you want to circulate the air, you can do that as well. Now to your settings, you can change your language in here. And then your units of measurement right down here. And then you have teen driver, rear seat reminder there. And then your apps right in there. So that's all on this home page. If you hit this audio, that kind of pulls that up. Hit this phone, that'll show your phone when it's hooked up. Pretty easy to connect to Bluetooth and all that as well. Just follow the prompts. And then this middle one is the traction control and then the stability control. So you can either have the traction control off, you can have the traction and stability control off, or you can have everything on there. And then you have a few, I guess, settings, gauges that you can go through. Your tire pressure monitors, oil life, then you have the air filter life as well. And then over here, we have the battery voltage and then the coolant temperature. So everything that would normally be on the gauge cluster, but I'll show you that here in a minute. Backup camera, guidelines follow you. You should turn the steering wheel. You can turn those off down here if you want to. You get a volume knob on the side. You can click that to turn the audio off. And then hazards are right here. Here are those buttons and knobs for the AC controls that I showed you on the screen. You can use those here if you want to. Heated seats for the front as well. And then you have a 12 volt down here, a USB-C, USB-A duo, lane keeping system, and then your auto stop. You can toggle that here. The shifter, just hit the brake, pull this lever, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you have your low gear, and then you can hit this button to use the limiter. And you can see in the bottom, in the middle part, kind of to the left, what gear you're in, what you're being held to with the limiter there. Electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down and disengage. You do get kind of little memos at the bottom as well when it's set and released, which I like. Center console cubby space. There's a look at the back seat from up here. OnStar buttons are there, lights, and then your vanity mirror right here. Back up front, left side stock, blinkers, high beams, automatic high beams can be set there. And then you have your intermittent wipers on this side, one time off, intermittent low, high. You can adjust that intermittent frequency here, and then your rear wiper, intermittent on. Push back for that rear fluid, pull up for the front. Behind the steering wheel on the left side, we can toggle the track list, radio station presets, and behind on the right side, we can toggle volume up and down there. On the steering wheel itself, you have your adaptive cruise, so you can turn the cruise on, hold this cancel button to go between regular and adaptive, and you'll get a message when you're doing one or the other in the gauge cluster as well. Set your speed right there, and then you have your heated steering wheel button. Gap adjust for the forward collision alert, and the adaptive cruise is there. And then you have mute, voice recognition, audio, pull that up, go through your sources there, and then the phone, when applicable, you can pull that up and scroll through there. Otherwise, when it's just sitting here like this, you can just press that, and then you have a few different gauge faces to choose from, so you can kind of change what's being shown, which is pretty neat. So it's like 5 different faces, I believe, or 6. Push button starts here. And finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 Chevy Trax 1LT out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Trax 1LT here, the 1.2 turbo 3, it gets it's weird in how it accelerates, but it's so efficient for what this is. And it is relatively fun to drive, relatively quick for it to be a turbocharged 3-cylinder pushing a vehicle of this mass. So I think it's pretty solid reliability-wise. I haven't heard a lot of bad things about it, but time will tell, I guess. It's relatively new. Now I'm gonna try to give it a pull getting on the interstate here. Here we go. So that's about all I can do there. But I mean, again, for a 3-cylinder, it's getting 32 miles per gallon, highway 28 city. What more can you ask for, you know? We'll give it another pull here. So I mean, the speed itself, I mean, getting up to speed at least, is not terrible. Again, you're not going to win many races with this, except maybe against the Prius if you're lucky. But it's a, you know, it's a solid vehicle. It has good acceleration for the money, I think, and specifically for the engine. Let me put it that way. But you're getting a traditional 6-speed. You don't have to worry about a CVT. And the road noise is actually pretty good. Sound acoustics in the cabin is good. Just very, very easy to drive. And I do like the setup here in terms of the infotainment system and then having the all digital display here. It's very minimalistic, but at the same time, it's not overwhelming. I'm not confused on where anything is. Your climate controls are here. You even have them in the screen if you want to use that. Your audio, everything's in here. It's very simple to use if you know how to use your phone. It's not like getting in a Mercedes or an Audi or something like that, in my opinion. Now, in terms of what you get for the money here, it's I think it's a lot of vehicle for the money. You can go to an LS, be a bit cheaper, get to the 22, 23K sticker price, but I like what you get here. I feel like you get quite a bit. Having the adaptive cruise is a huge plus, I think. The heated steering wheel is nice. The single zone auto climate controls are great. Having the heated seats, and then just having the blind spot monitors, the digital display. I really like what, again, you get for the money. I'd rather pay a little bit more to get all the stuff that I would need as opposed to trying to be cheap and then missing out on something and not realizing it until later down the road. Now, only thing that I would probably do is get whatever package allows me to get a power driver seat. I think if I'm paying close to 30K, closer to 30K than 20K for one of these, I want to pay a bit more and just get the power seat. But other than that, how it's equipped is pretty good. But I think the biggest thing about this that's really neat, especially as these gas prices go up, is the flex fuel capability. Now, it's not a plug-in hybrid or anything, but you can get ethanol cheaper than gas normally. And, you know, it's nice to have that, especially as gas around here just is at $4 a gallon right now. We're one of the cheapest areas to buy gas in the country. And you have other places that are $7, $8 a gallon. In California, I should say $6 or $7, but anywhere where you can save money in this economy, I feel like is a good thing. And, you know, getting into one of these brand new, under 28K is good. Getting 28 city, 32 highway in terms of fuel economy is good. And then again, having the flex fuel capability is also nice. But it's just good, solid, basic transportation that looks fantastic in this Marina Blue Metallic. And will hopefully last quite a while, having this traditional 6-speed automatic and a turbo 3-cylinder. But all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Chevrolet Trax 1LT.